It's Kickoff Show on 1010XL, live from Tailgaters Parking, presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting. Here's Hayes Carline.
Good morning. Welcome to Week 15. Hayes Carline here with E.T. Aaron Williams making it happen for us. Dylan Denmark back at World Headquarters. What a gorgeous morning for some Jaguars football. The Jaguars will take on the Jets at 1 o'clock today. But before we get to that, before we set the scene, congratulations to the Reigns Vikings, Class 3A state champions. E.T., tell us all about it.
Man, shout out to those Reigns Vikings, man, because it was a long season. Obviously, they had a wonderful season last year. They went to the state championship. They faced Northwestern in the state championship, which was like a home game for Northwestern because it was down in Miami. And those Northwestern boys, they put belt to butt. Like 41-0. Like they beat them bad. So our Vikings, they had a chip on their shoulder. They went the season undefeated, and they redeemed themselves. And it was a good game, Hayes. It was a good game.
Oh, thriller.
They pulled it out at 23-22 with 10 seconds left in the game. And, man, shout out to Reigns Vikings, man. They brought the whole city out yesterday for the parade, and it brought another energy to the city, Hayes. Like, everything is electric. What they did for the city, the community, and just Jacksonville in general, it felt like a Jaguars playoff win.
And you were even telling us before the show that you felt a little, maybe a Jaguars omen coming out of that Reigns celebration.
Absolutely. The whole celebration, the whole vibes, man. Hey, one time, the Jazz going to the Super Bowl, man. Man,
Let's do it.
That's the energy that it's giving me.
That's fantastic. Well, congratulations to everybody at Reigns. What a wonderful accomplishment. And let's set the scene for you today because we've got a huge playoff game, playoff implications game today with the Jaguars. That's the good news when you're 9-4. Every one of these games takes on huge meaning regardless of the opponent. The Jaguars facing a Jets team today that's 3-10. They have won 3 of their last 6, but the Jets have had a really disappointing year. Meanwhile, the Jaguars are incredibly hot. They've won 4 in a row. They're 5-1 coming out of the bye and have risen up the AFC playoff standings, ET, all the way to the 3 seed and sole possession of first place in the AFC South.
Hayes, I don't know if you can tell or not, but that's why I still got my shades on because the Jags got a bright future. You know what I'm saying? Now we are the sole owners of the number 1 seed in the division in the AFC South, and it's only up from here, baby.
Absolutely. We're at Tailgaters, and can't wait to see the fans start coming in for this one. Beautiful weather today. Again, just 2 home games left today and then the finale against Tennessee, and you kind of hope that Titans game maybe doesn't mean a whole lot, that the Jaguars will have clinched everything and, maybe we'll be able to rest some guys. So in terms of, the finale could also be make or break, so yes. We don't know. But we know today the stakes are very high, so hopefully you're planning on coming down here again. I think the high today is supposed to be 72, 73.
Oh,
just
it's
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it feels great right now.
Especially coming off of last week. It was a monsoon.
We were wet the whole time. Absolutely, wet and cold. The Jaguars a huge favorite today. It's looking like a 13.5-point spread right now for the Jaguars. We'll see if there's any movement there, and a lot of that is the Jets' attrition, particularly at quarterback. But the Jaguars are also playing really good football. But again, look at Tampa Bay. Your season can unravel quick. Mm-hmm. The Buccaneers thought that they were riding high in command of the NFC South. In a 5-day span, they lose to the 2-win New Orleans Saints and the 4-win Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, that loss to the Falcons occurring Thursday night to kick off Week 15. I think a good message for the Jaguars on, yes, you're a big favorite today, but it won't mean anything if you can't get it done. And the Jets present problems. Like we said, they're 3-3 in their last 6. Liam Cohen met with reporters earlier in the week and talked about the challenge that the Jets will present.
Yeah, I think that's our jobs together. It's so any given Sunday in this league, as we know. And so we're not in a position to be thinking about anything else but today and having a great day of preparation and work and practice and get ready for third downs tonight. So that's got to be the focus.
Yeah, and, I think so far the Jaguars, Liam Cohen, has done a really good job of keeping these guys locked in. They haven't really been, I'd say, flat, throughout the season. I think you look at some of the losses, Seattle just roughed them up here in that loss. That wasn't so much they were flat. That was just a bad matchup, and Seattle played well. And then, and they didn't play well in London, whether that was they were there all week and the Rams showed up and were ready to play for whatever reason. But particularly lately, the Jaguars have been incredibly locked in, and you hope that continues.
Yeah, they've been locked in, and it shows on the field. Both, I'll say not both special teams, offense and defense. They've been doing their thing, man, and they've been making us proud.
Absolutely. One key today, I think, for the Jaguars, the receivers have really stepped up, and it's really gotten settled in to a reliable playmaking unit. It's been good to see Brian Thomas Jr. sort of reemerge. He 3 catches for 87 yards last week, becoming that big play component. Jacoby Myers has been phenomenal since coming over from Vegas. And, in terms of, hopefully Parker Washington's able to play today. Tim Patrick's doing some good things. We're going to actually hear from Jacoby Myers later in the show. We'll hear from Jacoby Myers, Trayvon Walker, and Foye Oluokun today. I had a chance to catch up with them in the locker room earlier this week. We'll also hear from Frank Frangie in our next segment talking Jags, and Rich Samini talking Jets at 8:40. So lots for you on the Terminix Kickoff show. But these receivers have really stepped up and rounded into a really good group. Trevor Lawrence met with reporters earlier this week and talked about the development of that position.
Parker missing last week, and I think everyone would have thought that was a really big deal, just the season he was having and how much of an impact he had on our offense, and then to see Tim step up and make the plays he made. But that goes for really offensive line, different backs have had to step up at different times, receivers, tight ends, our guys on defense. I mean, there's been so many spots in our team that guys haven't played that you would think, man, this is going to really hurt our team, and then we go out and still play well. And it's not to say that we don't miss having those guys, but it's just goes to show guys being ready, the depth that we have really across our whole team, and guys preparing every week like they are the starter, because that doesn't just happen by cramming the week you are going to play. Like, you have to be prepared well in advance for that. You can't just flip a switch and say, all right, now I have to play. I have to figure it all out in 2 days. It's really a lot of time, and that's a process that guys have to go through to be ready.
I think Myers has really been a huge boost to not just the on-field product, but just the development in the room. I think he's just been such a good example for the young receivers.
He has, man. Ever since that trade from Vegas to Jacksonville, he really stepped up with no hiccups, no speed bumps. You would have thought he's been here all season. And I got a feeling that next year, hopefully, he'll be here next year, which I think he will.
Yeah,
There'll be a lot of 3 jerseys in that stadium.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've got to keep Jacoby Myers. That's non-negotiable, I would imagine, for the front office. Let's talk about the Jaguar defensive side of things, because it's amazing to me, considering the personnel, because I don't think that they have elite personnel defensively. How are they number 1 in the league in run defense? I mean, they are crushing teams in terms of stopping the ground game. It was the big storyline last week when the Colts came in with Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor was averaging 5.7 yards a carry, and just, having statistically by far the best year of anybody in the NFL. The Jaguars held him to 74 yards, 3.5 yards a carry, and another tough test today in Breece Hall. But, boy, this Jaguar run defense leading the NFL. Who saw that coming?
Who saw that coming? Like you said, because, we don't have any elite players, but I think when it comes to discipline and the mindset and get your jobs done, everybody on that defensive side is A+.
Absolutely. Let's look at the Jets. Obviously, franchise that has really struggled. They haven't been to the postseason in 15 years, and they're 3-10. It's been a rough start for first-year coach Aaron Glenn, who was the Lions' defensive coordinator last year. Was kind of mentioned as a possible candidate, for the Jaguars, but they got off to an atrocious start. They have kind of rallied. They're 3-3. In their last 6 games, so playing a little bit better. And they do have some areas of the game that, they can present problems today for the Jaguars. Obviously, the quarterback position is in real flux. We'll talk a lot about that. But they do have Breece Hall. They've got an excellent special teams group. And defensively, they've got some talent over on that side of the ball. It'll be a big test today for the Jaguars in terms of, again, staying focused, but also, keep your guard up. This is an NFL team, and we're seeing upsets every week. Again, don't become Tampa Bay. Liam Cohen talked about some of the things that the Jaguars will have to be worried about today with the New York Jets.
First of all, the special teams unit can score, right, in both the return games and punt and kickoff return at any time. has definitely provided a spark. I mean, one of the best special teams units in the National Football League right now, and they can score from anywhere with those backs and with some of the skill players they've had. So you can just see that they've definitely taken steps in terms of improving as a team, and I mean, it's a process, right? And usually you got good leadership and discipline within your organization and your team, you're going to see some sort of improvements, which they have, and they're playing fast in all three phases.
Now, when we look at the Jets, it starts at the quarterback position in terms of how bad things have gotten. So Justin Fields was the starter. He is out today with a knee injury. Tyrod Taylor, the veteran, was the backup. He is out today with a groin injury. So in comes Brady Cook, an undrafted rookie. On the season, Jet quarterbacks just have 13 touchdowns to 8 interceptions in terms of the passing game. So Brady Cook gets the call today. He's only attempted 30 passes in the NFL in regular season. He had 38 in the preseason. So not a lot to draw from for the Jaguars in terms of prepping for Brady Cook, but boy, you have to think what an attractive matchup for this Jaguar defense.
Oh, Hayes, you know what this is lining up to be for us? I like to call this a stat game.
Yeah.
Now, those boys put their pants on the same way we do, and this is the NFL. So you got to come to play the game. But it definitely gives you a sense of confidence knowing that Brady Cook is playing quarterback, and we are the #1 rushing defense in the league. So it's lining up pretty good for us.
Absolutely. We know that Breece Hall will be what the Jets try to counter with to not only take some of the heat off of Brady Cook, but also keep that Jaguar offense off the field. The outstanding Jets back. He's really been about the only bright spot. Breece Hall is wanted to get out of New York. He wanted to get moved at the deadline. You know, it didn't happen. The Jets ended up trading Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, some of their outstanding defensive talent, but kept Breece Hall. And, he's done a good job. He's got over 1,200 yards of total offense. He is somebody that can also affect the passing game. He's got 309 receiving yards, 877 on the ground. So Breece Hall will be a challenge today. Liam Cohen talked about what makes Breece Hall a unique back in the NFL.
In both the run and the pass is where, he's a weapon to score at any time. He's been doing that since Iowa State. The creativity when he does get the ball in his hands, and he's bigger, strong, athletic. I mean, he's got a lot of tools, and I just remember always thinking he's just a damn good football player. He's just somebody you want to try to get the ball to in so many different ways. So a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we talked about the special teams for the Jets. The Jets have 2 punt return touchdowns and a kick return touchdown. They've also blocked a field goal for a touchdown. They've only missed 1 kick all year, and they've got a very strong punter. So that will be a big element. I wouldn't be surprised if that's even something that Liam Cohen is sort of put a special challenge out there for the Jaguar specialists today in terms of, look, say what you want about the New York Jets and their record. A lot of people believe this is the best special teams unit in the NFL. The Jaguars believe they have a very good one as well.
Correct. So, let's not give the Jets a spark and allow them to make a play on special teams, because the energy is going to feed off of that. So they make a play on special teams, that could turn into offense, that could turn into defense. So let's not even give them that option.
Yeah, without a doubt. I believe if the Jets don't get anything big in the special teams battle today, their path to victory almost evaporates.
Correct.
Because it's just hard to count on them doing anything offensively. We'll get more into this in terms of the matchups of the game, but the Jets do not do a good job stopping the run. You have to think this could be a big day for Etienne and company on the ground for the Jaguars. So Don't let them get those special teams returns going or blocking kicks, to your point, those plays that just greatly shift the momentum of an NFL game. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff show, let's talk to the voice of the Jaguars. Frank Frangie, always kind enough to join us on Sunday mornings as we start to break down the Jaguars game. We'll hear from Frank Frangie next. We'll also go behind enemy lines with ESPN Jets reporter Rich Cimini, and we will head inside the locker room to talk to Trayvon Walker, Jacoby Myers, and Foye Oluokun. Lots to get to on the Terminix Kickoff show. You're listening to 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
In Northeast Florida, power outages are unavoidable, but losing comfort, security, and peace of mind doesn't have to be. With a Generac home standby generator from American Electrical Contractors, your power comes back on automatically the moment an outage begins. As Jacksonville's leading and one of the longest-running Generac dealers, American Electrical Contracting has the experience you deserve. Be prepared. Protect your home and family. Protect your business. Generac standby generators from American Electrical Contracting. Call 737-7770 or online at american-electrical.com.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Frank Franzi here for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in '96? You know who doesn't miss? Coil Fencing. Coil has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida since 1927. Heck, Coil has been installing fences since before Emery Billard installed the wishbone offense. If you need a new fence, I recommend calling Coil Fence today at 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com. Coil Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and this Christmas, Leonard Truck Outfitters and 1010XL are helping you deck the truck. Stop by either Leonard location, Landing Boulevard or Beach Boulevard, and register to win a deck bed storage system with Cargo Glide installed by the pros at Leonard. Another winner will score 2 tickets to the Florida-Georgia basketball game January 6th and a 2025 Gator Championship commemorative basketball. We'll draw the winners live Friday, December 19 during XL Primetime, noon to 2 at Leonard's Beach Boulevard. Leonard Truck Outfitters, everything you need for a great-looking, great-performing truck.
He flies under the radar.
You don't find this guy, he finds you.
Stealthy Hayes Carlyle
Best thing I can do is point you in the direction of his competition.
takes you behind enemy lines. Activated by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
When the team heats up and the temps climb high, Sunrise Heating and AC keeps you cool. That's no lie. From kickoff to overtime and every long drive, they'll keep your home feeling fresh and alive. When your system's down, don't sweat the score. Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida is ready to restore. Fast, honest service from a local crew, keeping Jacksonville fans chill all season through. Your comfort starts here at sunriseheatingandac.com.
Touchdown! Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! This holiday season, Universal Roof and Contracting is making it easy to check roof repairs off your list. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through December 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Pizza to Tea here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch? From lunch to late night, only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sunset, and Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites. Come on, somebody.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Getting game day underway, live from Tailgaters Parking.
The Terminix Kickoff Show.
Presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting on 1010XL.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. Hayes Carline here with E.T., Aaron Williams, Dylan Denmark. What a glorious morning, and it is our pleasure to welcome in Frank Frangie, voice of the Jaguars and host of the Frangie Show. Frank, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Hayes, to you and E.T. and the gang. And, hey, guess what? You said a glorious morning. Everybody that sat through that miserable rain today gets a treat, or last week, gets a treat today, right? They get to sit in beautiful 75-degree weather. Can't wait to get down to the ballpark.
Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. Frank, we talked a lot this week about Trevor Lawrence and the hot streak that not only the team but the quarterback is on right now. What are your expectations for Trevor Lawrence? Does it continue today?
I think it does, today and future days. I think they've found something. I was thinking about this earlier, listening to the first part of the show, and then thinking, you know, you guys are talking about Jacoby Myers, and you and I have had this conversation. Hey, Trevor's best year as a pro is when he had veteran receivers who were going to run the right routes and catch the football. Zay Jones, Marvin Jones Jr., Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram. That was his four guys, all veterans, all guys who knew how to play, all guys who were never going to run the wrong route, all guys who were going to catch the football when you threw it to them. And then Trevor developed in that 22 season a level of confidence. Well, then the personnel changed, and slowly but surely some of those guys weren't there, and it became a bit of a revolving door at wide receiver. And I think Trevor's play changed. Well, now I think he's got that. Jacoby Myers leads that class. He's running the right route. He knows what to do. He's going to catch the football. Parker Washington, you knows that. BTJ's got more upside than any of them in terms of explosiveness, but he's also becoming that reliable route-running pass catcher, too. And, of course, Brenton Strange is evolving. I think Trevor feels that confidence in his guys. I think we can sense that. When Trevor gets into a role like he did, or onto a role like he did in 22, look out, man. There's a reason he was the number one pick in the draft, and he was thought to be generational. And I think you're seeing that happen again for him, Hayes. So, yeah, I expect it to continue today and the rest of the season. I really do.
Good morning, Frank. Thanks for joining us. Now, you said something just now. You said Trevor's play has changed, and it certainly has. It's almost like a night and day difference from the beginning of the season into now. He looks like that true number one quarterback that we went out to get. But why has it changed? What's changed?
Well, I think the number one, the confidence in the receivers we just talked about. He's played longer, E.T. He's been around the league a little bit longer. Look, Trevor has always hit the home run. He's just struck out too much, right? He's always been a guy that could make the big – some quarterbacks can't make the big plays and the big throws. Some quarterbacks can't make the plays with their feet when they've got to convert as a runner. He's always been a guy that made the big plays, but he combined it too often with the bad plays, missing a wide-open guy or turning the ball over or not seeing a guy. So the good has been there with the bad. Well, I think the bad's starting to go away. He hadn't turned the ball over in a few weeks, a while really. He's not missing guys. So I think the good has always been there. I think the bad has gone away. That's what's changed with Trevor. And again, I think he's playing with confidence with his receiving core at ETS. This guy's at a good place. The bottom line is he's at a good spot, and that's very, very, very clear when you're around him, when you listen to him talk at press conferences, and when you watch him play, he's at a very good place. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Frank, let's look at the Jets quarterback today, Brady Cook, really an unknown to fans, and obviously he's only thrown 30 passes in the NFL, but you had a chance to get an up-close look at him in the draft process. Tell us about your experience seeing Brady Cook.
Yeah, he's played a lot of football. He's one thing, whether you saw him in an all-star game or whether you saw him play in college, he's played a lot of football. This is a guy that was a 3-year starter in Missouri, right? 3 years. He started 13, 13, and 12. He started a lot of games there. He threw for 9,000 yards as a collegiate. He threw 49 touchdown passes and only 15 interceptions as a college player. So he was a good college player. Now, he doesn't have the big arm, and he doesn't have the quick feet, which is why he wasn't drafted high. But he was 26 and 13 as a starter there. So he started 39 games. So this is a rookie by NFL standards, Hayes. But it's not a guy that hasn't played football. He's played a lot of football. So I think the bottom line for Brady Cook is go out there and try and do what you did in college, which is not get rattled, play a lot of football. I just can't imagine a rookie having to start against this Jaguars defense, which I think is really starting to emerge as one of the best defenses in the league. Look, the Jaguars are 11th in the league in total defense. We talk about the run defense being first in the league. They're in the top third in overall defense. That's how good this team has become. The stars are playing, as you know, Hayes. The 3 first-round draft picks on that defense, the 2 defensive ends and Devin Lloyd are starting to play like first-round draft picks. So I think in time Brady Cook might be okay. There's probably some Brock Purdy in there if you watch close enough that he knows what to do and has played a lot of football at the college level. He just hasn't done it yet. I think it's going to be a real challenge for Brady Cook today.
I'm glad you mentioned the defense, Frank. To us, we're very familiar with our defense. We're very familiar with all the names. But around the league and just around the nation, I won't say it's a no-name defense, but it's like a low-flying, like the names. There's no true superstars. But yet we still find ourselves at the top when it comes to defense as far as the rushing and the takeaways. What gives, Frank? What gives?
Well, think about this for a second. The starting defense, let's start with the defensive line. Josh Hines-Allen, Eric Armstead, Devon Hamilton, Trayvon Walker. There's 3 first-round draft picks on that group, counting Armstead, okay? There's Devon Hamilton, who's playing the best football of his career now. He's 340 pounds. He's physical. He can run. So that group's pretty good. Foye Oluokun, I don't know that there's a better middle linebacker in football. To your point, E.T., he doesn't get credit for that. No one's talking about that. But he might be as good a middle linebacker as there is in football. And the weak side linebacker who plays next to him has 5 interceptions. So the stars are playing like stars. And here's what happens, too. I say this all the time. Whatever your sports analogy is, mine will be golf because I play a lot. I'm an old guy, E.T. We play a lot of golf, right? Well,
that's right.
Once you get in that rhythm and you start hitting fairways, you start hitting greens, and you start expecting to, then it comes easy, good. Right? Yeah, a basketball player starts making those threes. They start making them, right? All of a sudden you expect to make the next one and the next one. Well, that's where the Jaguars defense is. They found that rhythm. They found that confidence. And when you expect to make the next play, you wind up making the next play. And I think that's where they're. This is a confident group, boys. I'll say this about this defense. It's a confident group of defensive players. It really is.
And you would think they're going to get some pretty good support today in terms of time of possession and things of that nature. The Jaguars are top quadrant in this league in time of possession because of their ground game. It's been effective all year, and the Jets are 30th against the run. So, Frank, do you think this is a day where Travis Etienne goes over 100 yards?
I would think it is, Hayes. You know, as you look at this game, you guys talked about it at the top. I think the Jags, to your direct question, yeah, they're going to run the ball well. They have, and Travis Etienne's having a marvelous year, man. He's at 917 rushing yards with 4 games to play. What a season! That's another first-round draft pick happened, right? But the the storyline of today's game. The story, you said it at the top of the program, Hayes. They're a 13.5-point pick. The next step in the growth of this team is, can you handle that kind of success? Can you handle the game when everybody in the world expects you to win easily? Yeah, that was sort of the case in Tennessee a few weeks ago, but that's still the Titans, right? That's still Derrick Henry stiff-arming everybody for 30 minutes, right? That's still the enemy and the place that's been a bit of a house of horrors for you. So the expectations weren't what they were today. Let's face it today. Beautiful day, rookie quarterback who's barely played, 10-loss team. I know they're 3-3 in their last 6, but it's still a 10-loss team. You're a 13.5-point favorite. Can you handle and manage the psychology of that? That's for a young team that's growing and growing into who they are, that's clearly the next step for this team is, can they handle everybody expecting them to win? Can you be up? Can you not be flat? You made a point at the top of the program. This is exactly right. They're never flat. Well, can you avoid being flat in this game where you're a gigantic favorite, one of the biggest favorites all year long in the NFL? Everybody expects you to win. That's the next step in the maturity and the growth and the culture of this football team is, can they manage all of that? Because, hey, if they manage all that, they're going to win 35-10, right? If they manage all that, they're going to win easily. If they don't manage all that and they're just asleep at the wheel, well, now now it is an NFL team. And it is an NFL team that's had half of their 10 losses have been one-score games. It's an NFL team that's won 3 times in the last 6 games. So if they don't manage all that, it's a close game. If they show the growth, the maturity, the culture takes the next step, and I think that it will, they win easily today against the Jets.
Frank, I'm gonna take you down my timeline over the weekend. All right, Friday.
All right, love timeline.
Friday, my nephew graduates from UNF. That's how I start my day. I get to
Very
close
cool.
out Friday watching Miami take down, or Reigns take down Miami Northwestern to win the state championship. And then yesterday, I went to the parade that they threw for Reigns. Shout out to the Reigns Vikings and Coach Maslin. Boom. Now, this morning, I wake up with a sense of a different type of energy. Frank, you know I'm an energy guy. I wake up with a different type of energy this morning.
Yeah.
I park my truck. I walk up to Growlers. I find a quarter on Heads. That's more good energy.
He did. I witnessed it.
Yes, I found a quarter on Heads,
Good.
man. It's a great day. Then I'm thinking in my head, today is the perfect day for me to hear Frank say, how good is that, about 10 times? Why isn't today like the day that Trevor has that game that everybody wants? I'm talking about 325 yards, 4 touchdowns. Doesn't today feel like it could be that day?
Well, first of all, I was excited, and I hadn't even heard the quarter story. Now that I know the quarter story,
I didn't have the heart to tell him I planted it.
Yeah. The Jets now shouldn't even play the game. Now that I know you have the quarter story, so hey, listen, ET. And by the way, shout out to Reigns. I tweeted this. I'm a Jacksonville guy. I know Hayes is from here. You're from Clay County. I'm born and raised in Jacksonville. If you were born here and raised here and went to elementary school and middle school and high school here, and right after I graduated from Florida came back here, you know the significant part of Jacksonville that Reigns football is. I'm old enough that I remember Don Gaffney being the quarterback in the mid-'70s and early 70s, and Terry LeCount right after that, and then all these great Reigns teams lately. And Reigns is a part of Jacksonville's – boy, Reigns is as Jacksonville as it gets, and I think it's awesome that they won that title. They almost won it last year. And by the way, that tip of the cap to Bowles and Trinity and all the other teams. Bowles that got really close this year, and Trinity's got a bunch of titles. I'm proud of all of our teams. But, man, Reigns is Jacksonville. So I know that's not what we're talking about today, but I'm so proud of them, and I'm so excited for them, just like you are, E.T. Back to your question. I don't know that 350-yard games is who Trevor is. I don't know that that's how this team is built. This team runs the football. To Hayes' point, they're going to have time of possession. That's who they are. That's who they're always going to be. I don't know that that part's going to change a whole lot, at least for me. So I don't know that it's a 350-yard passing game. But to your overall point, I think it's a convincing victory today. Again, if you're mature, if you've grown, if you're mature enough to handle the big favorite, what everybody thinks you're going to win, and still come play with that chip on your shoulder mentality, which has been so important for them, then they win easy today, to your point.
Frank, one thing I'm excited to see is if we see a lineup change on the offensive line. Cole Van Lanen's been playing at such a high level. Walker Little's been out with the concussion, the left tackle, but he was able to practice this week. He's got a questionable designation. But usually once you're cleared from the concussion, you're out there. So it's interesting that he's listed as questionable. How do you think Liam Cohen will handle the left tackle spot today?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you what I do know is that they've got 3 tackles they really like. Walker Little, Anton Harrison, and Cole Van Lanen are playing at a very high level. That's a good problem, but a problem, right? How do you play everybody? So you can only start 5 of them. So my guess would be, and I'm guessing at this, so they're not going to tell anybody, nor should they, until they announce the starting lineup. But I would guess Walker Little is your left tackle. I would hate to see, and I think anybody would hate to see, you lose a job while you're hurt. He's back healthy. You said he's questionable. Assuming he's back healthy, he may not be, but assuming he's back healthy, Hayes, I would hate to see Walker Little lose the job because of an injury. But I will tell you this: Cole Van Lanen is really close to starting at those spots. Cole, by the way, what a player he's been. He's really good at all 4 spots. He's not played center, but he's played the other 4. So I don't even know that Walker Little's a better left tackle than Cole Van Lanen right now. I don't know that he is. But I would guess, Hayes, to your question, that Walker Little and Anton Harrison, if everybody's cleared, will be your starting tackles, and Cole Van Lanen will be a 6-man ready to go into the game. That would be my guess is how they play it. But we'll see when they announce it. I don't think you're going to know anything until they announce the starting lineup.
Frank, we certainly appreciate your time. We'll get you out with this. We know you like the Jaguars. What's the margin today? Do you think it's dicey at all, or do you think the Jaguars win this game comfortably?
I think this will be the 4th time in their last 5 wins that Nick Mullins finishes the game. That's what I think. And that's no disrespect to the Jets. I just think the Jags have gotten mature enough that when they're a big favorite, they'll still play with that chip on the shoulder mentality, and if they do, they're just a bit better than the Jets. So I don't think that's 49-3. I don't think that happens in the league very much. But I would be surprised if it's not 31-13, 27-10. I would be surprised if it's not that kind of a game, Hayes. I would expect that, and I would expect there not to be a lot of drama in the fourth quarter. Now, I could be way off here, but with a rookie quarterback, in fact, if Tyrod Taylor was playing, we've watched how these veteran backups know how to play, and they always keep their teams in games into the fourth quarter. Some might even feel different if he was playing. But because he's not, and Brady Cook's a rookie that hasn't played much football, I would be surprised if it's a post game. Now I'll say that and I'll be all wrong, and then it'll be my fault. I'll take the blame. But Hayes, I think the Jags are going to play well, and I'd be surprised if they don't win somewhat comfortably in the game. Really would.
All right, sounds great. Well, Frank, we certainly appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day, and we'll look forward to hearing your call later this afternoon at 1:00.
I look forward to it. And don't spend that quarter. I know it's a quarter. Keep that thing.
Got it.
Keep whatever you hang on to that quarter. So
say
boys,
less,
thank
Frankie.
you.
All right, Frank, thanks so much. We certainly appreciate Frank. And when we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, let's go behind enemy lines. Let's get the Jets' perspective on this matchup. We will catch up with ESPN Jets reporter Rich Cimini. That is up next. You're listening to the Terminix Kickoff Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account. With the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy-efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here, and the cooler weather is upon us. Folks, it's the perfect time to try the new breakfast sandwich from Dandy Foods. A hearty one, too. A twin-pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. You get the sweet first, then the salty kicks in, and trust me, they are addicting. And you'll find them all at daily stores around town. So the next time you're out and about, stop and get all that deliciousness in less than a minute from Dandy. Just one more reason to go out and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Jacksonville.
Learn everything you need to know about the Jaguars on Duval Rundown. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Join me each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9:04. You can find Duval Rundown on all the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Chelsea here. Ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors before the new year? During Renewal by Anderson's December sales event, buy one, get one 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to say yes. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products. trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville trucks. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass. They say you're going to see a big difference, but what does that really mean? It means a live local person on the phone, a smooth, easy process, skilled craftsmen, and excellent customer service all around, with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now let's go behind enemy lines. Behind enemy lines. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. Hayes Carlyon here with ET, Aaron Williams engineering for us, Dylan Denmark back at World Headquarters. We're pleased to be joined with ESPN Jets reporter Rich Cimini. You can see Rich's work at ESPN.com, obviously, and also follow him on social at Rich Cimini. Rich, good morning. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
It is my pleasure. How are you doing this morning?
We're doing great. We certainly appreciate it. Let's just start with Aaron Glenn. Obviously, he was in the mix here. He was obviously a hot candidate, had a great run as Lions defensive coordinator. It's been obviously a rough season for the Jets. But how do you kind of put in perspective Aaron Glenn and this first year? And it does seem like the team is somewhat improved, going 3-3 in the last 6.
Yeah, there's definitely improvement after the horrendous 0-7 start, but this has been a rough year. I don't think anyone anticipated that it would go this poorly. I mean, no one ever thought they'd be a playoff team this year, but given they did have some talent coming back. You know, it wasn't a team, like the cupboard wasn't bare for Aaron Glenn, and I thought they'd win about 7 games this year. Obviously, going to fall well short of that. They might not win again this year. I certainly don't think they'll win today. So it's been a disappointing year for them. They pretty much cashed it out on the season. And at the time, they made trades, trading Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, and that was the signal that, you know, I think they were 1-7 at the time, and that was the signal that everything was building towards 2026. So it's been a disappointing year that's turned into a rebuilding year that really, quite frankly, can't end soon enough for them.
Rich, Emmanuel Thalloran here. Thank you so much for joining us. Here in Jacksonville, we had a season where we had 9 total takeaways, and we were ready to throw it all away. We were upset. 9 takeaways in an entire season. How can that happen? But then we found ourselves facing the Jets, where is that number right? 2 total takeaways? How is that possible? Like, sometimes you can get lucky and fall into a fumble or interception. Well, is it just bad luck? Like, what's going on?
It's a little bad luck, but it's mostly just bad play. I mean, I've been covering the NFL for more than 30 years, and that is the most unbelievable statistic that I've come across. And you said 2 takeaways, which is right. It's 2, but one of those was on special teams. The defense has only 1 takeaway. And that was a fumble recovery in their game in London against Denver. So technically, the defense doesn't have a takeaway on U.S. soil yet. And they don't even have it. They have no interceptions this year. And in fact, if they don't get one today, it'll tie an NFL record for futility. I think it was the 2018 49ers went 14 straight games without an interception. The Jets are at 13 right now. So it is just a step. I mean, they've dropped a couple. I think they've dropped 3 or 4 interceptions this year, but it's not like they've had a ton of opportunities. They just don't have many playmakers on defense, and the stat says everything.
Yeah, and Rich, in looking at the offensive side for the Jets today, obviously the quarterback position is really been hit hard with attrition. No Justin Fields, no Tyrod Taylor. What can you tell us about Brady Cook?
Yeah, we're learning as you are on the fly here because we saw him in the preseason. He played, I think, 70-something snaps in the preseason. He did okay. I mean, he was playing with the third stringers against third stringers, and the Jets saw enough there. Very smart player, tough kid, moves around okay, and so arm strength is kind of marginal, I would say, for the NFL. But the Jets saw something there, and they kept him around on the practice squad, never thinking in their wildest dreams that they'd have to actually play him in a game. And sure enough, Fields gets benched because he was, a disaster this year. And then they bring in Tyrod Taylor, who was doing okay. I wouldn't say it was anything great, but he was moving the offense a little bit. And then he gets hurt, which he often does. And so they really have no choice but to go to Brady Cook this week. And it'll be the last time the Jets started a rookie undrafted quarterback in a game was 50 years ago. Wow. So, yeah, it was Joe Namath. One of Joe Namath's last years, he got hurt, and they put a kid in named J.J. Jones, who started only one game in his career, and that was it. And so this is something we don't often see, even with the Jets, who cycle through their quarterbacks pretty quickly.
Rich, my mom always told me to look at the bright spot of any situation. And certainly Breece Hall is a bright spot on the Jets roster. But anyone else? Are there any other bright spots or things that you actually look forward to whenever the Jets take the field?
Well, definitely Breece, as you mentioned. Their offensive line is pretty solid. They do have 4 of their 5 starters under contract for next year, so that's an encouraging thing. It's a good run-blocking unit. I wouldn't say they're overpowering. I would say they're in the top third of the league in run blocking. Breece is a good running back. He needs only 123 yards for 1,000, and so that would be a positive for the Jets. Without a doubt, the positive on this team is their special teams. They are dominant on special teams. They have, I mean, statistically, if you get into all the weeds with all the metrics and everything like that, it's one of the best special teams units the league has seen in the last quarter century. The punter is outstanding, Austin McNamara. Nick Folk has only missed 1 field goal this year. He's pretty much automatic. Their returners are outstanding. Isaiah Williams has 2 punt return touchdowns, and their coverage units are very good. They are just dominant on that side of the ball.
Do you think that they'll Breece Hall will obviously be featured, but is this a game where Aaron Glenn and staff are going to try and keep Brady Cook to like 20 or under attempts and give Breece Hall like 30, 35 touches, carries, even if the game the environment of the game maybe wouldn't lead to dominating on the run? Do you get a sense that they're going to try and hide Brady Cook today, or if he has to attempt 45 passes, they're going to have him attempt 45 passes?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they will. That's a good way of putting it. I think they'll try to hide him a little bit today, which I get. I mean, it's his first NFL start. It's on the road. He's playing a good defense. So you don't want him dropping back 35 or 40 times. And plus, even when the Jets have their starter at quarterback, they run the ball a lot. So it wouldn't be a departure for them to do that. And so the one thing that Cook doesn't give them that, say, Justin Fields did is just that running dimension at quarterback. But they will absolutely try to run the rock, and they don't have many pass. They have Garrett Wilson's out. Mason Taylor's out this week. So they're kind of limited on where they can throw the ball. So I think they'll absolutely try to run the ball as much as they can.
Rich Cimini joining us again. You can read Rich's work at ESPN.com. Follow him at Rich Cimini. Rich, we certainly appreciate your time. Just a couple more for you. In terms of looking at the Jets' run defense, they've struggled in that area. The Jaguars, that's been sort of their identity, is trying to have that tough physical ground game. I'd say it's been a little bit more effective than being 15th in the league running would suggest. Will the Jets be able to slow down the Jaguar ground attack, in your opinion?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be very difficult for them. They got gashed last week by the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins just, they have all that pre-snap motion and misdirection and, the wide zone runs just created all sorts of problems for the Jets. They were not very disciplined in their gap integrity, and there's just some gaping holes. They gave up 239 yards rushing last week. It was 150 at halftime. And it felt like it was going to go over 300. And so, yeah, they have some issues up front. Their linebackers aren't great against the run, and their defensive ends have been kind of shaky against the run. So, and they're not a great tackling team. I think statistically they're in the bottom, 5 or 6 in terms of missed, tackles. So I do think the Jets will have a lot of problems stopping the run today.
Rich, you mentioned the trades at the deadline, Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams being shipped out. Who has become the best players on that Jets defense? Who should Jaguar fans sort of be mindful of in terms of that New York defense today, in your opinion?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. It's funny. It's like they've been a good defensive team the last few years, and everyone has thought, I think they had 8 or 9 starters coming back this year, and everyone assumed, well, it's just going to pick up where they left off. And even with Quinnen and Sauce, they were not playing well on defense. I think their defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks' job is probably on the line or up in the air for sure. And, actually, ex-Jaguar linebacker Quincy Williams is a good player for them. He actually got benched earlier in the year briefly for a game and came back strong. He's been starting. He's an every down player for them. He's been, I would probably say, their best player over the last few weeks. He's just a sideline-to-sideline tackler. He brings a lot of energy. Other than that, their interior, their defensive tackle, Harrison Phillips, is a good, run-stuffing type of guy. He's not going to do much in the passing game. They have one player who, we've seen him wreck games before, but he's been kind of quiet lately, and that's Will McDonald, their edge rusher. He had 4 sacks in a game against Cleveland this year. He's been kind of quiet since then, but he is the one guy. If you don't watch him, he's a double-digit sack guy. He had 10.5 last year. I think he's got 7 this year. So if you're not careful, he can be disruptive.
Great stuff. Rich, we certainly appreciate your time. Again, ESPN Jets reporter Rich Cimini. Find his work at ESPN.com. Follow him on social at Rich Cimini. Rich, thank you so much for your time and your insights. We really appreciate it, and have a wonderful time in Jacksonville.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks so much. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, we're going to get it to our keys to the game. Lots of layers to this one to break down. We will continue to do that. You were listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Living life on the edge of your seat. Are you kidding me? Your front row seat for play-by-play. Break it free, they're not going to catch you. 1010XL.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and this Christmas, Leonard Truck Outfitters and 1010XL are helping you deck the truck. Stop by either Leonard location, Landing Boulevard or Beach Boulevard, and register to win a deck bed storage system with Cargo Glide installed by the pros at Leonard. Another winner will score 2 tickets to the Florida-Georgia basketball game January 6th and a 2025 Gator Championship commemorative basketball. We'll draw the winners live Friday, December 19 during XL Primetime, noon to 2 at Leonard's Beach Boulevard. Leonard Truck Outfitters, everything you need for a great-looking, great-performing truck.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jax homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hayes Carline is our special agent. He goes into the locker room to uncover insights about your favorite football team. His mission is to bring it back to you on 1010XL. Special Ops support by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WonderWorld wants you to do. WonderWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WonderWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WonderWorld can.
And with WonderWorld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WonderWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WonderWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WonderWorld, and to top it off, WonderWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WonderWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, why is it that when you look at how long a store has been in business, that it always seems to be the stores like Underwood's that sell fine quality that have been around the longest?
Frank, that's a question that really doesn't get asked a lot, but it should be. There are a number of reasons, but probably the biggest is because of the endorsements our longtime customers and their pieces of jewelry have given us through the years. You see, when you sell really fine quality jewelry, that piece will last longer and always stay beautiful. It might stay in the same family for generations, and through those years of wear, a lot of compliments will be made and a lot of people will be told where the piece of jewelry came from. You see, at a store like Underwood's, it's our stated goal to be the best jeweler in the South, not the biggest, so everything we do and carry has to help move us toward that goal. And ultimately, it's the satisfied customers wearing fine quality jewelry that have kept Underwood's in Jacksonville since 1928.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullerita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
Welcome to Rockville. Returns to Daytona International Speedway May 7th through 10th with Foo Fighters, My Chemical Romance, Guns N' Roses, and Bring Me the Horizon. Plus, Turnstile, Five Finger Death Punch, The Offspring, Breaking Benjamin, A Day to Remember, Godsmack, and so many more. Welcome to Rockville, May 7th through 10th. Passes on sale now for as low as $1 down at welcometorockville.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the keys to the game. Brought to you by Instant Keys, fast, professional, honest locksmith service.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. We are here at Tailgaters on a gorgeous morning. Emmanuel Thalloran. We've got Aaron Williams, Dylan Denmark. I am Hayes Carline. Let's get into our keys to the game. We haven't talked about this, ET, yet, but the disrespect card Liam Cohen is playing. We heard him say it after the Colts victory last Sunday at the post-game presser. We're not going to get any attention. No one's going to talk about us. We know that. That we've seen national writers, I think it was Albert Breer, tweeted out the AFC playoff picture, mentioned every team except the Jaguars, who are the 3 seed. So I don't think he's wrong. But, boy, Liam Cohen has really harnessed that disrespect energy, and the players have totally bought into it.
And we're not new to this disrespect thing. Like, it don't matter what our Jaguars do as far as positivity. We're not going to get that recognition that we deserve. So I'm good with flying under the radar as long as our boys keep, harness that disrespect and put something on the field.
Absolutely, because, again, in a game like this, you just can't come out flat if you're the Jaguars. If you play to the matchups, you're going to win the game. But if you come out flat and lackadaisical and think you got the game won, but before the ball even gets kicked, well, now you're in danger. But that disrespect card, I think, so plays into that of, we know what people are saying about us. We know if we don't play well, if we lose this game, everybody is going to write us off. So I think it's a powerful message that Liam Cohen has harnessed. And I do think it's a key to the game because you look at it's just we don't often see the Jaguars as a 2-touchdown favorite. I mean, it's been since 2007. So I think emotionally that's a big key as we go into this game. I also think in terms of playing complementary football, that is something Liam Cohen has talked a lot about, and it's reflected in their time of possession. Now, some coaches pay a lot of attention to that stat, and some coaches don't at all. So I was curious what Liam Cohen's thoughts were about it. He met with reporters on Friday and was asked about time of possession. The Jaguars are 8th in the NFL at controlling the clock. They average 31.5 minutes of possession a game, and you have to think that number could certainly be on that level or even more tilted towards the Jaguar side of things today with the matchup. But I thought it was interesting. This is Liam Cohen talking about that time of possession strength the Jaguars have.
Yeah, I think anytime you can control the football in a game, I think that's something that you look to try to do in most games. Now, look, there's opportunities to be more explosive and have those 4 or 5 play drives or, sudden change where we get a turnover and we score on the first play. Yeah, you want to have those. Those are very necessary and important to our explosiveness as an offense, but also momentum in a game. But the sustained drives, the executing better on third downs, moving the chains, keeping the clock moving, well, it ultimately helps your defense out as well, and just keeping those guys off the grass, limiting the amount of snaps that they can play offensively, and just ultimately controlling the game.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's really been impressive when you think about it. I mean, they have just controlled these games, and again, that time of possession is it's become their identity. Run the ball, play great defense, and get out with wins.
Absolutely, and I think what we can also contribute that to is a couple weeks ago, Liam Cohen said something about how comfortable he is now calling plays. And you call a good game like that, you can control the game.
Without a doubt. I think a big key today is the Jets. They don't have a lot of stars. I mean, they traded Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams at the deadline. Their top 2 quarterbacks are out. Garrett Wilson, their star receiver, is out. So there really isn't much to choose from. So stopping Breece Hall has to be at the forefront of the Jaguars' game plan today if they want to get the win. Hall is at 877 yards on the ground, a 4.4-yard average per carry, very healthy, 3 rushing touchdowns. He's also pretty good as a receiver, 30 catches for 309 yards and a touchdown. If the Jaguars can just slow him down, boy, it gets hard to see a path to the Jets for the upset.
And luckily, that's in our favor with us being at the top when it comes to rushing defense. If we can bottle him up, because he's really all they got. We bottled him up. A path to another dub is very evident.
You mentioned this stat earlier, ET, and it is just stunning. The Jets don't have an interception this season. They've only got 2 takeaways as a team, which is obviously just atrocious. Just to put that in perspective, the Jaguars have 23 takeaways. They are +8 in turnover margin. The Jets -15, 2 takeaways, 17 giveaways. But the fact that they have yet to intercept a pass is just stunning. And they've 379 attempts. So obviously, you don't want to be the first one. Trevor Lawrence was asked earlier this week, hey, the Jets don't have any interceptions, but it seems like they've been close. What shows up when you watch them on film?
The way they fly around and they do some really good things on defense, and they create some issues, and you watch the tape, and they've had a lot of close ones. I mean, obviously, they haven't been interceptions, but they've had a lot that have been really close, and they're around the ball a lot. So it is surprising. Want to keep that going this week though, and make it go another week. So, but yeah, they do some really good things on defense. We gotta have a good plan for them.
It's 9:04, and you know what that means, ET. The floor is yours.
Get my stretching done right here. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what we do at 9:04.
Well done. Well done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's keep it on the keys to the game here. The Jets have a terrible run defense. They're 30th in the NFL at stopping the run, 139.5 yards a game on average that they give up. And Rich Cimini, who joined us in our last segment, talked about it. I mean, the Dolphins just shredded them on the ground last week. So pummeling a bad Jets run defense has to be at the forefront today. Do you expect a big game from Etienne?
Absolutely, man. In the passing game as well, he's been just like Trevor. Like a lot of the focus has been on Trevor, but really Etienne has been that constant really all season, running hard, finishing plays, falling forward. That's really big for a running back, and he's been consistent. And yeah, like you said, yeah, I expect a big game out of him.
Yeah, I do as well. And another player that I'm expecting a big game out of is Brian Thomas Jr. I bashed him for about 6 straight weeks, and I didn't want to. I like Brian, but, I mean, you got to call it as you see it in terms of how guys are performing on the field. And it was a real struggle for Brian Thomas Jr., but he has shown good signs these last couple of weeks since he's, come back from the ankle injury. We talked last week about we were encouraged by the blocking. The receiving numbers weren't great the week prior, but he contributed in other areas. And then last week, we really started to see that explosive nature in the passing game come back to Brian Thomas Jr., 3 catches for 87 yards, and it just ignites the crowd when Brian Thomas Jr. makes a big play. Trevor Lawrence talked earlier this week about the development of Brian Thomas Jr. since his return from injury.
Yeah, he played awesome, just making plays down the field. I mean, he had some unbelievable catches, and for me, just trying to give him opportunities because you see what he can do when he gets the opportunity. So just trying to keep that going, and obviously, for me, I've always known that that's something that he's great at, and we've seen it over the past, year and a half, getting close to 2 years now, the plays that he can make. So I think it's just going to continue to, help this offense, having that threat, and, alongside, obviously, what Jacoby's able to do, and Tim, and Brenton, and Parker, and Travis, and all the backs. And, I mean, there's just so many weapons that we have, and the more that we can all click, which I think we are, the more dangerous we are.
Exciting to see Brian Thomas Jr. coming back to form.
Hey, there's one thing about it. Confidence isn't tangible. Like, you can't physically touch it. You can't do anything. But with BTJ, you can see it. You can see his confidence building. And there's no other player on this Jacksonville Jaguars roster that whenever he makes a play, the whole team feeds off it, like when BTJ makes a play. And it's been like that since last year. Every time BTJ makes a play, it seems like the entire Jaguar roster just it picks up, and you can feel it. So I can't wait for him to continue this.
I think a key today, too, is the offensive line for the Jaguars. I mean, I'd keep playing Cole Van Lannon. Yeah. I don't know what they'll do with Walker Little. We'll get to the Fair and Fair injury report in our next segment and go through all that. Walker Little listed as questionable as he's coming off a concussion, but he was able to practice. And usually, like if Walker Little was a superstar, it would be like, well, he's going to play. He cleared protocol. He was able to practice Thursday and Friday. He's playing. But in light of how well Cole Van Lannon has been playing, not just at left tackle, but in a variety of different spots, I would keep playing Cole Van Lannon, and I would maybe say, we're going to give Walker another week, just to get him settled. I'll be interested in seeing how Liam Cohen and his staff play that today. Cole Van Lannon's been very impressive. Liam Cohen talked about, has he done enough to earn a starting spot?
I think so. I mean, I think there's definitely, he's played enough really good football for us. We've got a great situation right now where you've got depth at multiple positions of people that have had to play for us a lot. This shows up in multiple positions all throughout the team, right? You can point to the defensive side of that for things, receiver position. I mean, a lot of different positions that guys have been fortunate enough to, step up, play well, help lead us, to get to where we are right now, and the message in the locker room is, hey, guys, there's a lot of guys that are coming back right now, and for us to continue to go where we want to go, we got to use that as an edge. And that depth and experience that we've gotten has to be collective and having a team-first mindset about everything we do.
I wouldn't take him out of the lineup. How would you play it?
I'm with you. I wouldn't take him out of the lineup. I'm a big fan of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And he's been playing like a stud, man. Keep him there.
Absolutely. We talked about the special teams for the Jets. Rich Cimini, the Jets writer for ESPN.com, joined us and said it's, arguably it's the best unit in the NFL for all the team struggles. Their special teams for the Jets have been outstanding. They have 2 punt returns for touchdowns. They have a kick return for a touchdown. They have blocked a field goal for a touchdown, and their punter and kicker have been exquisite all year. So really, to me, the path for a Jets upset today would be that they dominate that facet of the game. And we know the Jaguars special teams unit is outstanding in its own right. So it's elite going up against very good. And as long as very good, I think, can get a draw today in that matchup, the Jaguars should have no problem here. But limiting those big returns, that has got to be a huge focus for the Jaguars. And Liam Cohen talked about the challenge that will present when the Jaguars face the Jets at 1 o'clock today.
Our special teams units have rose to many occasions and played at a high level. Heath and Luke do a great job getting those guys a solid plan each week to go and attack, but also be prepared. And I think if you really look at Antonio Johnson's continued to be a really good gunner for us this year. Jarron Jones has done some really good things. Obviously, Lane is one of the better ones that we've been around in terms of the way that those guys have played. And I just think it's been a really group effort. Quentin Morris has been phenomenal on kickoff at times. Devin Lloyd's played kickoff for weeks, guys. And it's hard for people to block him. So it's just great to see the coverage units with the mindset and mentality that they've had this year, and then Cam and Logan being on it.
Yeah, a lot of great players for the Jaguars on special teams as well. I think they're going to shut down this Jets special teams return game.
Well, what sucks for the Jets is our special teams is pretty good, too. We got a kicker who owns the NFL record for the longest field goal. We have a punter and a long snapper who are perennial all-pros, and our punt returner, Parker Washington, is pretty freaking good. So guess what? Sucks to be the Jets.
I agree, and I think it also helps the Jaguars. We talked about this as a key storyline in the Titans game a couple weeks ago. Chim Dike, their rookie, was leading the NFL in all-purpose yards, and the Jaguars did a good job. I mean, they held them down, didn't allow that to become a factor in a convincing win. So I would be surprised if the Jets return game does bother the Jaguars today, but it is something that certainly we've got to be mindful of, especially with the offensive struggles that we expect New York to have here in Jacksonville today. Again, the Jets going with undrafted rookie Brady Cook, their third-string quarterback, with Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor out with injuries. That's going to do it for our keys to the game, but we've got lots coming up on the Terminix Kickoff Show. We're going to go inside the locker room in our next segment. Got a chance to catch up with receiver Jacoby Myers and linebacker Foye Oluokun earlier this week. Want you to hear from those two guys having excellent seasons here with the Jaguars, and we will get it to the Farah and Farah injury report. We'll also take a look at what's going on in the AFC South and the AFC playoff picture. Again, the Jags, the current 3 seed in the AFC, with certainly enough of an opportunity to keep climbing in that race as the final 4 weeks of the season play out. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, lots to get to. You're listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Sons Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game when Miles Jack wasn't down? You know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. Since 1927, Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821. CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When the team heats up and the temps climb high, Sunrise Heating and AC keeps you cool. That's no lie. From kickoff to overtime and every long drive, they'll keep your home feeling fresh and alive. When your system's down, don't sweat the score. Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida is ready to restore. Fast, honest service from a local crew, keeping Jacksonville fans chill all season through. Your comfort starts here at sunriseheatingandac.com.
Touchdown! Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell him Jennifer sent ya.
He talks, he listens, he tells stories only a coach could know.
So you can learn more about the science of quarterbacking.
Denny Thompson is the quarterback whisperer, tuned up by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet. Friday mornings on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
Hosting the family holiday dinner can be a beautiful experience until your kitchen sink backs up before you've even served dinner.
Who tried to wash cookie dough down the drain?
We were making cookies for Santa and the reindeer. The reindeer like chocolate chip, too.
Great. Now we need a plumber and a new garbage disposal.
Superior Plumbing and Pipelining is no stranger to holiday plumbing problems. Don't let plumbing problems disrupt your holiday dinner. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining has you covered this holiday season. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Getting game day underway. Live from Tailgaters Parking.
The Terminix Kickoff Show.
Presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting on 1010XL.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. E.T., Aaron Williams, Dylan Denmark here. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Let's go inside the locker room, and we're going to start off with receiver Jakobi Meyers. My goodness, what an addition.
Man, Jakobi Meyers is one of the best in-season transactions in Jaguars history. It's just the way that he stepped in, like he's been here all season, man. Kudos to that front office for going to get him.
Absolutely, and such a smart player. Offensive coordinator Grant Udisky met with reporters earlier this week, and this was really fascinating. He talked about how well Jakobi Meyers understands spacing in the NFL. Here's that clip.
The first one that shows up is kind of his feel in space, right? You see some of these teams playing zone coverage where they have defenders who have vision on the quarterback, and they have different spots to get to and different landmarks, or they're reading off of what our routes are to kind of determine what their drop's going to be. He has a feel for where those defenders are going, where they're trying to get to, and then where his route fits off of that. And that kind of takes a second and third level order of processing, not just to know, we tell you to get to this spot, but this spot is going to open up. Because we're telling you to get to a spot that looks covered. But if you have a great understanding of what the defense is doing or what the defense is trying to do, then you can run your route in a certain way to try to get to that spot on the field or to try to dictate the coverage to play a certain way. All right, now I run a route this way and I lean out a little bit, gets that defender to move out, and now I opened up my window inside. Little things like that are really subtle show up with him when he's running routes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun watching Jakobi Meyers get acclimated here, and he's done an outstanding job. Had a chance to catch up with Jakobi after Friday's practice in the locker room, and here's that interview.
We're pleased to be joined with Jaguars receiver Jakobi Meyers here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Man, it's great to see you. How you doing?
It's all good, man. Everything's been a good week. It's been cool. It's good to see you, though.
What's been the emphasis in practice this week for you guys in the passing game?
Just handling our business, honestly. Like, knowing our assignments, knowing where to line up at all times, communicating, just doing our job to the best of our ability.
What an amazing month for you, arriving here. Has it gone better than you had hoped, Jakobi, so far?
I would say so. I mean, it's been great, right? I mean, I understand everything not going to be peaches and cream, but it's been great here. The place is nice. The teammates are nice. Like, it's cool. I'm enjoying it.
Obviously, a huge win Sunday over the Colts. You scored a touchdown. How did that play open up for you?
That was just all coaching and a great ball, right? Like, they told me exactly what to look for. I paid attention to it, and it happened exactly how they said it. So shout out to the coaches, shout out to the quarterback.
What would be your advice, having gone through this for veterans in future years, to have such a seamless acclimation to, coming in and contributing and, the team's on a huge winning streak?
Just focusing, honestly. Like, as long as you're paying attention, asking questions, listening to all the notes they give you, all the little tidbits, everything will work out.
How good has it been to see Brian, get more of that explosive element back that we're used to?
Honestly, great, man, because, we really need him, honestly, and without those plays, I don't know how that game will go, so he's a big part of this team, and hopefully we got a lot more coming.
What's it like playing with Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, he cold right there. That's a cold dog right there, man. I enjoy it, honestly. Throw a great ball. He's staying tall in the pocket. It's been great. So.
Is he good in terms of communication and being receptive to your ideas and your perspective on things?
I don't have too many ideas right now. I'm trying to, you can't be trying to change the system before you fully understand it. So, but he's definitely communicative as far as like just helping me out with my position, my alignment, whatever I got to do. So for sure.
The Jets obviously haven't had the success they were hoping for, but they're 3-3 in their last 6, and defensively, doing some good things. What stands out when you watch New York's secondary?
I mean, it's, honestly, they playing hard still, regardless of the situation that they in. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell they still believe in the coach. They still want to go out there and make plays, and they want to press and get in your face. So it's gonna be a good opportunity for us to experience that, because you don't always get to see press anymore. Sometimes teams play a little bit more zone, so it's gonna be a good challenge for us.
Are you at a point now where like everything you can do anything in the offense, your comfort level? And because when we talked a few weeks ago, it was like, well, I think it was 2 minutes that may have been the last. But are you at a point now where it's all systems go?
We're still getting there. You know what I mean? It's still stuff that I haven't heard that they still might bring out that I need to be ready for. So we're getting there. I can't say it's better than when you last act, for sure.
And in terms of, just kind of keeping your guard up, obviously, like we talked about, Jets are 3-3. We've seen what happened with Tampa Bay losing to the Saints and last night to the Falcons. How important is that to stay on task and respect every opponent?
I mean, the good teams do it, right? And we want to be a good team. So if that's what we say we want to be, we need to go ahead and do it.
Jakobi Meyers, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers has been such a great asset for this organization, and I would expect him to have another good day against the Jets today.
Man, he's a true professional, man, so I expect nothing less from him. He already came in here, he set a standard, he set an expectation, and I expect to see it every week from him.
Let's go and talk to somebody on that Jaguar defense. The Jaguars lead the NFL in run defense, allowing about 83 yards a game. And middle linebacker Foye Oluokun has been a big cog in the Jaguars being able to shut down the opponent's ground game. What a season Foye Oluokun's having.
He's having a good season, but he has this season every season.
Yeah,
whenever he plays, he has that season, and it's unfortunate he doesn't get the recognition that he truly deserves and he earned.
Yeah, absolutely. Liam Cohen talked Friday about the contributions from Foye Oluokun.
Pro's pro off the field in terms of the way he handles his business, but playing at a high level. I mean, the energy that he brings every Sunday, running around the field like a madman, yelling, screaming, and great energy, but also making plays, defending the pass as well. I think that's the one thing about his game I think that's been pretty impressive to see is taking that accountability at that second level of the defense, whether it be in zone or man match coverage, getting his hands on balls, playing with anticipation and understanding of the scheme, but not only, the preparation of maybe what's coming in these down and distances and just tackling, getting guys to the ground. I mean, that's so much of this game as you go back to youth football. It's running, tackling, and hitting, and he's done it at a high level for us this year.
Without a doubt, Foye Oluokun, the subject of this interview, caught up with Foye on Wednesday. Hope you enjoy it.
On here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Man, it's great to see you. How you doing?
Good to see you. You doing well?
Good. That was quite a win over Indianapolis. Foye, what'd you take out of watching the film with your teammates?
It's a good effort. Good job trusting the things that we did in practice throughout the week, and good job executing. I like the energy that we played with. It's important that we keep that momentum going throughout the rest of the season, knowing that every game here is very important.
You guys are leading the NFL in run defense. Foye, what have you been able to do you feel like individually to help stop the run?
Just call out alerts and plays and stuff, and then just iterate everybody playing their gap and then gap and a half. And it's about team defense stopping the run like that. So making sure that I'm controlling my gap, everybody's doing their job, and then everybody getting to the ball after that.
How's it been with Anthony Campanile and the preparation each week that goes into what he's given you guys?
It's been good. He's definitely honest all the time about making sure we're practicing the right way, making sure we're taking even these walkthrough reps very seriously, because every rep does count. You never know what run the other guys might give you, but if you've seen it and trust your fits and stuff, and then play with the right mentality and physicality, you can definitely squash a run game.
How nice was it having Trayvon back?
Love Trayvon. The physicality he plays with and just his presence on defense, definitely somebody that the offensive line always has to account for, so it's always fun having him back out there.
When you look at the Jets, they're 3-3 in their last 6, so they're playing better. Breece Hall, obviously, a very talented running back. What stands out about his game?
Yeah, he's always been a good runner, able to find the holes. He bounces around till he finds a gap. Good patience, good balance and stuff. So great burst. So we really another game where you have to make sure everybody's holding their gap and everybody flying to the ball.
Devin Lloyd with another interception on Sunday. What kind of year? And obviously he's having an incredible year. But what have you seen out of Devin in terms of his growth?
Just trusting his preparation and stuff. Just letting it hang, I guess. And he's trusting his instincts, and then the ball's there, he's finishing the plays. So it's definitely really cool. Hopefully get some more interceptions and stuff, and getting back in the end zone.
What have you learned about Liam Cohen as a head coach?
Just fiery competitor. Always wants his team to end up on top, but he always takes whatever little narrative he's feeling in his mind. He's going to portray that onto the team, but it's good that always we have a chip on their shoulder.
You guys obviously big favorite Sunday. Tampa Bay lost last Sunday to New Orleans. It's a good reminder in terms of, look, these guys have won 3 of their last 6.
Yep.
Got to be on point.
Yeah, every game is important for us. It's the NFL, and anybody's capable. So I don't even look at it as expected to win. Like, we got a game, we got 4 more in the year. We got to win all of them in my eyes. So we got to come out with the right mentality week in, week out. These are the next guys on the schedule, but it's the way that we're supposed to play. And if we don't do that, things don't look right for us. So it's about us coming out, owning our own stuff, looking inwards and playing the right way.
How nice was it having Eric Murray back?
Love him. Great communicator. Trust him back there. Got his hand on the ball, I believe. Got the forced fumble and stuff. So, hell of a player. I love playing with him back there.
Foye Oluokun, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck to you.
Thank you for having me.
How do you think Foye Oluokun will do today against this Jets ground game?
He going to do what he always do, lead the way, 10 tackles, probably punch out, forced fumble. He going to do his thing. Again, Foye is like Jacoby. They are the ultimate pros pro, and they're going to show up and they're going to do their job every time they hit the field.
Absolutely. Dylan, let's take a look at the injury report.
The personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah present this injury update. Farah and Farah,
Jacksonville,
exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jaguars are incredibly healthy. In fact, we could be headed towards the first game where, like, everybody that's inactive is just a healthy scratch. The Jaguars only have 2 players listed as questionable. The big one is receiver Parker Washington. He was able to practice fully on Friday with a hip injury. Obviously, they missed last week, but what a boost that would bring to the receiving core and the return game if Parker is able to be active today.
Just looking at that injury report, it makes you smile because this late in the season, everyone is hurt. Everyone is hurt. So to see that, how many players that we have that are actually healthy and healthy enough to play, it's a godsend.
Absolutely. The other player that is questionable is left tackle Walker Little with the concussion, but he is cleared protocol. He was able to practice Thursday and Friday. So I'm interested in seeing if I would keep Cole Van Lanen at left tackle. So for me, it would be just kind of make Walker Little inactive, and instead of making it look like he got benched, just kind of give him another week, even though he probably doesn't really need another week to be able to play. But that'll be interesting to see how Liam Cohen and his staff elect to go about that.
I agree with you. I would definitely play Van Lanen there, and who knows, maybe it'll spark a fire underneath Walker Little, man. Not a bad, but it never hurts to have a little competition behind you.
Absolutely. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, very fortuitous injury report for the Jaguars this week. Hopefully that will continue. And again, we've talked about some of the players that they've gotten back. Trayvon Walker, Eric Murray last week, and both those players made outstanding contributions to the win over the Colts. So let's look at it from the Jets' perspective, and it starts at the quarterback position where New York has just plainly been leveled, and they weren't getting great quarterback play anyway. As a team, they've thrown 13 touchdowns all season with 8 interceptions, but Justin Fields is out with a knee injury. His backup, Tyrod Taylor, out with a groin injury, so that leaves undrafted rookie Brady Cook.
Let's go!
To take it over for the Jets, and you got to think that is going to be awfully difficult for Aaron Glenn and his staff to have a winning game plan with a player as untested, as unproven, and unheralded as Brady Cook is.
Hey, Brady Cook, you coming into the bank, buddy. Ain't no checks being cashed for you today. That Jaguar defense is on your head, my boy.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, is, they're down a lot of weapons. Garrett Wilson's on IR, who's, one of the better young receivers in the NFL. Mason Taylor, the talented rookie tight end who leads the Jets in receptions this season, he is not going to play today. So it is just a really unfortunate injury situation for the New York Jets. So, the Jaguars should be able to take advantage. There's a reason why they're basically a 2-touchdown favorite today, and hopefully they can get it done. Let's talk a little bit about the AFC South today. The Jaguars in sole possession of first place at 9-4. Houston, 1 game back. Indianapolis, 1 game back, but 2 totally different momentums for those challengers. Let's start with Houston. Houston at 8-5, hosting 3-10 Arizona. Can the Cardinals possibly pull an upset today?
I would hope so, man. They can. Jacoby's at quarterback. Yeah. I think it's possible. Just like today, the Jets could possibly pull an upset because each guy, they put their pants on the same way, and this is the NFL.
Yeah, Houston's offense has been kind of inconsistent, so maybe Arizona can hold them down and turn it into at least a game where you got a chance with 5 minutes left. But that Houston defense is so ferocious. To me, that's not even close to the best unit in the NFL. And Jacoby Brissett has played well for Arizona in relief of Kyler Murray. Feels like he's now been in there for, 7-8 weeks now. So he's somebody that does a great job protecting the football. But you got to think it's going to be hard for Arizona to muster a lot of points. I like the Texans in that game today. No Marvin Harrison Jr. either today for Arizona, so that will make it a little easier on that elite Texans defense to shut down the Cardinals. Let's look at the Colts. Probably the most fascinating storyline in the NFL this week is 44-year-old Phillip Rivers starting at quarterback for the Colts as they go to Seattle to face one of the best defenses in the NFL and one of the most hostile environments in the NFL. That is a wonderful fan base up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Boy, what an intriguing game. The Colts 8-5 with no momentum. They've fallen apart. They were the 1 seed in the AFC like 5 weeks ago. They're now out of the field if the season ended today. Seattle 10-3. They're having an unbelievable year, and they really need the win as they try and keep pace with the Rams in the NFC West. What do you think? What are your expectations for Phillip Rivers in Indianapolis today?
Man, that Seattle defense is going to eat him alive, man. 44, it's tough. Even when he played, 5 seasons ago, whenever he went out, he didn't look that good. But, Hayes, I think I figured it out. So the NFL gives you insurance for 5 years. All right?
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers has a whole bunch of kids.
Yep.
Now, although he could probably pay for it, that insurance premium is still a nice little ticket.
Sweet.
So I kind of get why he signed now, so he can get some insurance.
It'd be hilarious if he got out there on the first snap, handed it to Jonathan Taylor, and then grabbed the back of his hamstring and said, I can't go.
Correct,
I
right.
can't go, but I got my health insurance, for another 5 years.
Yeah,
So, it'd be very interesting to see how that goes for Phillip Rivers today. I like the Seahawks big in that matchup, and I think Phillip Rivers is going to be in a world of trouble. I guess I like mentioning the Titans even though they're out of it just because it's so fun to talk about a Titans team that is 2-11.
Yep.
So we will mention just briefly the Titans at 2-11. They are at the 49ers, so probably another long day for the Tennessee Titans. A real shame.
Oh, I love this so much. It warms my heart so much. My heart smiles knowing that those mayo-eating Titans suck.
That's right. A few AFC games to monitor is, again, the Jaguars, the 3 seed currently in the AFC. Bills-Patriots, a gigantic game today. The Bills are 9-4. The Patriots are 11-2. Who do you like in that game?
The Patriots are playing good football.
They are.
Man.
Drake May, boy.
Man, yeah, so, I got to go with the Patriots.
Okay, that'd be interesting. And then, Josh Allen would fall to 9-5. And can you imagine if the Bills missed the tournament? Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, all out. To your point earlier.
We going to the Super Bowl, baby.
It could be the year. No doubt about it. It's certainly fallen into place. I want to get your thoughts on another big game in the AFC. Chargers at 9-4. Going to the Chiefs at 6-7, kind of a final stand for Kansas City here.
Yeah.
They have no chance if they lose today. Does Kansas City stay in it, or does LA throw the knockout punch?
Man, one thing about Kansas City, man, they got Patrick Mahomes and they got that DNA. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs pulled out another victory.
And then another huge day, a huge game in the NFL today. Green Bay at 9-3-1, going to Denver to play the 11-2 Broncos. The Jaguars go to Denver next week, so an early scouting report for the Jaguars today. How do you think that game goes? Green Bay, Denver, who do you like at Mile High?
Man, Green Bay, go whip up on them boys, man. Wear them out. Get them right just in time for the Jacksonville, them Duval boys to go up to Denver, Colorado. I like Green Bay.
Absolutely, I do too. All right, great stuff. When we come back, we've got one more segment on the Terminix Kickoff Show before we hand it off to the Publix Tailgate Show with Brian Sexton, J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Austin Lane. When we come back, you'll go inside the locker room. You'll hear from Trayvon Walker, and we will do our brackish toast of the game. That is all coming up. You're listening to 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
You love sports. You live for the action.
He did it again!
Experience the excitement of the moment on 1010XL.
Yo! You already know it's your main man, E.T. And no one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails. Served over ice balls, local craft beers, and handcrafted whiskey cocktails. Rounded out with adventurous drink menus, second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree drafts. Check them out now on Atlantic and Kernan. Twin Peaks, eat, drink, scenic views. Come on, somebody.
The toughest bulls, the bravest riders. For 8 seconds, it's all on the line. Glory or nothing. These are cowboys who face down danger, defy the odds, and push themselves beyond limits most wouldn't dare. This is their world, where legends are made on the backs of ranked bulls. It's bull time, Jacksonville. PBR Bucks into ViStar Memorial Arena February 20th and 21st. Get your tickets now at pbr.com/tickets.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. If you're looking for jewelry this holiday season, we have what you want at Underwoods, and we carry the hottest and best names you'll find anywhere in North Florida. The biggest name in designer jewelry is David Yurman, and his looks are more popular today than they were years ago when Underwoods introduced this designer to Jacksonville. And we carry David Yurman not just in ladies' jewelry, but also in timepieces in his extensive collection of men's jewelry. If it's a watch you're looking for, we carry Rolex and other watches considered to be the best in their price points. We also carry extensive collections of the jewelry we import directly from Italy and Spain that are always popular for their quality, style, and value. So if you want the hottest and most popular jewelry and want to be waited on by the most professional jewelry staff in the business, stop by Underwoods.
Underwoods, where customers are served with quality and respect. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra. Underwood Jewelers.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
It's your lemon pepper guy, Leon Cersei here. My friends at Wingstop have the ultimate tailgate for you. Go to 1010XL.com to register to win a 100-piece wing party complete with fries, veggie sticks, and dips. That's 1010XL.com.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey, it's Joe C. The chill is in the air and your backyard can still be the heart of the season. Gather your family around a beautiful outdoor fireplace from Isocurrent or Napoleon, expertly installed by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. From elegant stone fireplaces to wood burning or gas fire pits, CSS creates cozy spaces where memories are made and where every night can feel like a celebration. You dream it, they can build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
CSS.
Hosting the family holiday dinner can be a beautiful experience until your kitchen sink backs up before you've even served dinner.
Who tried to wash cookie dough down the drain?
We were making cookies for Santa and the reindeer. The reindeer like chocolate chip, too.
Great. Now we need a plumber and a new garbage disposal.
Superior Plumbing and Pipelining is no stranger to holiday plumbing problems. Don't let plumbing problems disrupt your holiday dinner. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining has you covered this holiday season. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
This holiday season, Universal Roof and Contracting is making it easy to check roof repairs off your list. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through December 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. 1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Starting your game day.
The Terminix Kickoff Show.
Live from Tailgaters Parking. Presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting on 1010XL.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. Hayes Carline here with E.T., Aaron Williams engineering for us, and Dylan Denmark producing at 1010XL. One more segment to go, and then we're going to hand it off to the Publix Tailgate Show with Brian Sexton, J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Austin Lane. But before we do that, let's get back inside the locker room. I want you to hear from Trayvon Walker. Defensive coordinator Anthony Campanile met with reporters earlier this week and talked about how nice it was having Trayvon Walker back in the lineup last week, coming back from that injury and playing outstanding football for the Jaguars.
He's a huge boost for us, obviously emotionally, and physically. Trey's a guy, like, if he can play, he's going to play. He's not looking to miss any time. He's doing everything he can to get ready. And he's played through a lot this year in particular, his wrist, his knee, everything. He's a great dude. I know I've said that a million times up here, but he's what we really want to be on this team, what we want to be about. Tough guy, does his job, loves his teammates, plays with emotion. I think one of the things that jumped out to me about Trey the other day was him turning and running to the ball. Perimeter plays, him turning and, trying to strike somebody, as hard as he can within the confines of the rules and, play good, clean football. But he sprints around every play, and we value that tremendously.
Yeah, absolutely. And Trayvon Walker, as we know, has been such an asset for this Jaguar defense. This was my conversation from Wednesday's locker room with Trayvon Walker.
We're pleased to be joined with Jaguars defensive end Trayvon Walker here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Man, it's great to see you. How you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Doing great. It was so much fun seeing you back out there on Sunday. How did you feel like it went?
I felt like it went pretty good. Obviously, I always feel like I have room for improvement. I felt like you knew that was coming, but definitely I had fun being back out there with the guys, and felt great.
And a great victory, Trayvon. What was it like celebrating that win with your teammates?
Man, that win was major, obviously, because it was the next game. We want to just keep attacking it like that, next game mentality, but we're just trying to keep stacking them at this point. Then, like I said, me getting back healthy, being out there with my teammates, being able to help, it's always a little bit of frustration, not being able to you prep with your teammates, and then once they really get in the battlefield, you really want to be there for them. So it felt great being back with them and helping.
Absolutely, and the team has really gotten hot. How cool is it, 5-1 coming out of the bye, 1-4 straight? What do you like about this group?
Peaking at the right time. That's the best that I can say for that. It's this time of year, this is where you want everything to start clicking. You want to start getting guys back healthy. You want to start getting everybody in the mix and coming closer together. So I feel like we're peaking at the right time, for sure.
Josh has certainly been playing some really good football. What have you seen out of Hines Allen's game lately?
Man, he's just not. He's. I wouldn't say he's not staying complacent. He's always striving to be better than he has been, and that's what I think is going to show. Obviously, he broke the record a couple weeks ago. Now you just see him continuously keep climbing. Like you say, you want to see everybody start to peak at this time of year as well.
You guys are leading the NFL in run defense, Trayvon. What's gone into being so good at stopping the opponent's ground game?
Like I say, everybody's just been attached as one link. We all doing our job, and not only just doing our job, but nobody's staying blocked. You feel like if you get guys that's not staying blocked and getting off of blocks, making plays, that way you don't have to have your linebackers and your safeties and corners involved. I feel like you're doing something good up front. So I just feel like as long as we continuously gel together and play our assignment and then shedding off of blocks, I feel like we'll continuously be good in the run.
What stands out to you about the way that Campanile prepares you guys week in and week out?
It's just treating, like I say, it's treating every week the same. Like, we're not treating no different. Obviously, we know we face different opponents every week, but it's more so about us than focusing on what the opponents do. We just come into the week and we lock in on the details that we have to do within the scheme of our defense to be the best that we can be.
What kind of season is Devon Hamilton having, in your opinion?
I feel like D-Ham, he's one of those guys that kind of gets swept under the radar. He does a lot of the nasty work, and D-Ham, he's playing exceptional, taking on double teams, things of that nature. And he's one of those guys that you rely on for stopping the run. And like I said, he's one of those guys that he is the best in the league. that knows plan to run, and I feel like he's doing a great job.
What stands out about Trayvon? Devon?
He's just a cool dude. Super cool. Super Georgian.
Yes, sir.
Just super cool dude. Honestly.
Let's talk about the Jets. Obviously, they've won 3 of their last 6 games, so 3-3 in their last 6. What kind of improvement are you seeing out of the Jets when you watch their offensive film?
Like I say, this is the time of year where if things start to click, this is when you want everything to start clicking together. But like I said, it's not about what they do. It's all about what we do as the Jaguars.
In terms of getting after the quarterback, Trayvon, they've got a couple of young, talented first-round tackles. Anything stand out when you watch those guys on film that makes them unique?
There's some big guys. Obviously, they feel like they have pretty good feet and things of that nature. They're long, length, size, obviously. I feel like they're starting to understand the NFL as well too. From playing them last year to seeing some of their tape this year, I feel like they're starting to understand the nuances of the NFL itself now. But like I said, I'm going to always revert back to it. It's not about them. It's all about us.
Well, Trayvon, it's great to see you, and I know everybody's glad that you're back out there, and certainly best of luck to you on Sunday.
Sir, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate Trayvon Walker's time and appreciate Devon Hamilton for popping in for that little cameo. Dylan, let's now get it to the fun part of the show.
Now, the Brackish Vodka Toast of the Game. Brackish Vodka, spirit of the sportsman for whatever your sport is.
Chad Mays joining us now as we are here at Tailgaters getting the party going. What do you have in store for us today?
We are not going to do anything different than the Jacksrilla. We're going Jacksrilla all the way because we have been beating the pants off of everybody since we've been making this drink. So we're going to start
on a heck of a run.
We're going to do the elderflower vodka, brackish elderflower. We got to do a little heavy for ET here over here.
Yeah, don't be scared.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Hayes and I got stuff to do after this, so we got to make a little money today.
And you can get brackish vodka at any store now, and they have all sorts of flavors.
Yeah, they got all kinds of flavors.
Yeah,
I tell you what, the pineapple that we did the other night was amazing.
Yeah?
But we're going to put a little blue carousel in here.
Come on.
And we're going to come back with the lemonade.
Pow!
We're going to hit it hard. And then
look at that. Looks gorgeous.
It is, man. It's perfect.
It's a beautiful drink.
It's a beautiful drink. I love it.
It's
pretty, isn't it?
Heck of a record so far this season.
And here we go.
All righty.
The Jacksrilla, baby.
Cheers, gentlemen.
That's what I'm talking about, boys.
Yes.
That's how it's done right there, baby.
What do you think?
Well done.
Hey.
We're going to run it back?
No, we started a tradition last week.
We did.
We can't stop that tradition.
Can't break
Run it
tradition.
back,
Let's
man.
run it
Let's
back.
hit it
We're gonna do the little Jacksrilla for the little babies out there.
Love it. Love it. We got the shot ski.
We got the shot ski. They got everything.
Boy, what a performance last week. And, boy, beautiful weather today, and people can come and have a wonderful time.
I know. Can you believe
all
the
day
rest of the
long here.
world's like all pants and overcoats, and we're out here in shorts?
I got on some Daisy Dukes, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, that's that shake-up
There's
right
that little
there.
shake-up.
Y'all
All
hear-
right, we're
y'all
going
hear
to
that
here.
right
Let me
there?
throw this down here so I
Yep.
can have a little something to.
Perfect.
Here we go.
Perfect.
Let's get
The
lit.
Jets won't know what hit them.
We're going to do it just like this.
Here we go.
We're going to have
Here we
ourselves a
go.
little party here now.
Oh,
boys.
yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. E.T., you ready?
You stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
That's
That's
right.
what I'm talking about. All right.
All right.
We got to
Here we
tip that
go,
a little
fellas.
bit. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Duval.
Here
we go for the win, baby.
Great job. Enjoy it. Have a wonderful day.
All right, guys.
We've only got another minute here before we hand it off to the Publix Tailgate Show. Let's get some final thoughts and some picks. Dylan, we're going to start with you. Who do you like today?
Jags 31-10. I think they dominate. Backup quarterbacks playing the last 2 series of the game.
Wow, how about that? Aaron Williams, what do you got for us?
Can't go any different what Dylan said. Backup quarterback, defense is playing great. I got 30-10 Jags.
30-10 Jaguars. E.T., the floor is yours.
Per ESPN Analytics, the Jaguars are 90%. They have a 97% chance to make the playoffs. After we get this win today, that 97% goes to 99% chance. Jaguars, we're going to put a 40 spot on them boys today. Season high Jags 40. Jets 10.
Love it. Love it. I agree. I think it's a big day for the Jaguars. Hopefully you're coming out to the game. Enjoy this beautiful weather. I think the Jaguars get after Brady Cook. I think it's 3 turnovers and 6 sacks. And I think Travis Etienne with 138 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Jaguars 27, Jets 10. That's going to do it for us. We appreciate Frank Frangie, Rich Cimini joining us. The Publix Tailgate Show is up next with Brian Sexton, JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Austin Lane. For ET, for Aaron Williams, for Dylan Denmark, I am Hayes Carline. Enjoy the game and go Jags. You're listening to 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Come on.